One of the many luxuries granted to those who do not live in Canada is the ability to not have to listen to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. It's quite remarkable that the Liberal Party has never swapped out Trudeau with someone more professional and more appealing to mainstream Canadians, because they've now gone through two elections where, even though the Liberals play on easy mode in terms of the electoral map in Canada, they haven't been able to win back their majority. And now Justin Trudeau is just having these weird temper tantrums and tirades in Parliament as if somehow a bunch of Canadians are going to come back to him because he does not have emotional control. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre just asked Justin Trudeau a basic question that is in the Canadian public interest, and like always, not only did Justin Trudeau not answer it, he went on a strange tangent about Alex Jones and how Pierre Poilievre is a very bad, evil, nasty man because Alex Jones gave him an endorsement, which Pierre Poilievre is under no obligation to condemn him because he doesn't know Alex Jones, doesn't care about him, and has no association. But here's the clip from the House of Commons.
The Parliamentary Budget Officer's report, which confirms 60% of Canadians pay more than they get back. The Prime Minister said, and I quote, in 2015, Canadians need a PM who will meet with the premiers. What happened?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
While the Conservative leader continues with his misinformation and disinformation, the reality is the Parliamentary Budget Officer said that 8 out of 10 Canadians do better with our price on pollution and the Canada carbon rebate. But speaking of misinformation and disinformation, any responsible leader that receives an endorsement and support from proven conspiracy theorist and liar Alex Jones would have immediately denounced that. But that's not what the leader of the opposition did. He did absolutely nothing because those kinds of endorsements fit within his political strategy.
By that logic, what also fits in the Liberal Party's political strategy is getting thank you notes from Hamas. Hamas literally cut a video thanking the Canadian government for voting in favor of policies that are going to try and protect their terrorist government in Gaza. And he's also the one that, can we all remember, ended up endorsing China's basic dictatorship. That's not even like Xi Jinping said something nice about Justin Trudeau. That's Justin Trudeau saying something nice about Xi Jinping, as we all remember.
Which country he most admired and referred to China.
There's a level of admiration I actually have for China, because their basic dictatorship is allowing them to actually turn their economy around on a dime and say, we need to go green as fastest. We need to start, investing in solar.
And I like how he also likes China's basic dictatorship, not for like odd side benefits that it's given China, not like, well, they have low crime or something like that. I actually don't believe that China has low crime if you go to certain areas, but homogenous societies also tend to have low crime naturally. He's not saying stuff like that. He's like, oh, I admire China's basic dictatorship because it allows the government to crush people's ability to use the fuel and energies that they want. Pierre Poilievre, back in that House of Commons clip, which is asking Justin Trudeau why he won't meet with premiers. Pretty much every premier except Francois Legault and David Eby in British Columbia want a meeting with him to review the carbon tax and at least demand a pause be put on it for the next few years while Canada's economy, let's just be honest, is in a recession. We're in a recession. We know we are. And yes, the Liberals can come out with growth numbers showing that no, Canada's not in a recession. Our economy grew by 0.4% in January. It didn't. What happened was the government is taxing people more and printing people more money, and they hired a bunch of public employees to do what is effectively digging ditches and then filling them back in. Jobs people did not need done are now being filled so that the Liberals can pretend as if we have massive job growth and the GDP is growing, when really it's just these same dollars or printed money being whipped through the economy by the government, benefiting nobody because it's not actual productive work behind that money. You can have people working all day long doing things that nobody wants them to do. That doesn't mean you have a high GDP. It just means a lot of people are getting their hands dirty doing things that nobody wanted them to do. An economy at the end of the day, it's not run on dollars in the economy. It's not run by the amount of services the government offers or anything like that. At the end of the day, the economy runs on productivity. It runs on people actually extracting things out of the ground or making them into other things. The service economy and the government economy is purely supplementary to an actual economy that does stuff. But don't tell Justin Trudeau that, because it would probably blow up his brain. The man's not used to thinking about tough concepts like that. But yeah, this is the state of Canada. Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party are trying to win the next election off of the fact that a man that people don't like from the U.S. endorsed Pierre Poilievre, a man that Pierre Poilievre has never met. And so this is something that the Liberal Party is going all in on. And I don't think that's actually working for them, even though they put up the clip themselves, conveniently removing Pierre Poilievre's question, because the question being asked to Trudeau was very damaging to him. They just put the 20 seconds of him mentioning Alex Jones in the clip. And even in that post, that got a lot of attention. They even got ratioed on that. I think they got like 3,000 likes, and it was like 3,700 comments of people being like, don't you admire China's basic dictatorship? Aren't you in favor of Hamas? Didn't you just restore funding to the UNRWA, which is a terrorist front group? Guys, you can, try being a little bit less hypocritical. But, who am I to tell Justin Trudeau what to do? I have a brain and he doesn't, which means that I am privileged and I should not be trying to talk down to him as a member of the privileged class of people who have a brain. Anyways, have a good one, everyone. I just want to quickly plug the fact that I, Wyatt Claypool, am running for the Calgary Signal Hill Conservative Party nomination. It's on the west side of Calgary. If you live on the west side of Calgary, if you live within these riding boundaries, buy a membership, vote for me. Check out my website in the description below, wyattclaypool.com. And if you don't live in the riding, consider donating to mine and the National Telegraph's legal fund. Help us protect us from the massive amounts of legal bills we have fighting off frivolous lawsuits from developers or other sort of nefarious political actors. All these lawsuits that we've been in just keep getting dragged out because the person who filed them knows it's complete nonsense. And so they don't want to get to the end of the court case where they actually might owe us all of our costs, if not more, back. Anyways, have a good one, everyone. See you around.